intricacies.
Hey, it's episode 187 of Teddy Bimco, Part 2, The Revenge.
Woo!
Ooh, it's a show where we talk about movies and laugh about them, and then there's a revenge sequel or two.
Yeah, we try to craft revenge sequels for movies that never had them. We determine whether or not they're even worthy. And this week we're doing 1985's Creature.
8 years after Star Wars.
Yeah,
George,
how many years after Alien might be a better question, but yeah.
we start each episode with the question about revenge, because that's the theme of the show. Hey, George.
Yes.
Did she ever get revenge on her husband for adopting?
Is this Mary the Virgin Mary?
Wow, you got to confuse everything.
No. They're even
Nancy,
in the fucking Bible. Oh, it's not. It's not
Nancy,
Mary the Virgin. Oh, okay. Nancy.
in a world,
Is this the Virgin Nancy?
in a world where popes are let loose to wander and they have to be taken in by
Okay.
straight
How
haven.
silly of me in your story about popes to think you might have been talking about the Virgin Mary, the mother of Christ.
Did Nancy ever get revenge
Nancy.
on her husband for adopting a pope from the shelter? You know, because the kids promised that if they adopted a pope, they would take care of it. And Nancy's like, nope, the kids aren't taking care of it. Wouldn't you know it? I'm the one who ends up having to wash the pope's balls every night.
Seems like she should take revenge on her kids instead.
It's Teddy Bimco, Part 2, The Revenge. The show where we create revenge sequels that nobody wanted.
Teddy Bimco, Part 2.
Teddy Bimco. Wow, that sucked. If you listen to our last episode, Tim was in the throes of some drugs. I have no excuse for
Steroids.
that this time.
No, I'm better now.
Yeah, well, you're also like built like a
Steroids
shit brick
makes
house now.
Your head races, and I was like, George is
Makes
talking.
your head racist?
Racing. It makes your thoughts race.
Yeah.
It was like, George is talking, now I say something. And my mind was just blank. It was just steroids.
Yeah. It's so different than
I
usual.
think everybody should take steroids once to know why people have these rages, these athletes. And
Did you feel rage?
not really. But if I took them
No?
for a whole 2 weeks, I don't know what would happen.
You have
just
huge
feel-
biceps.
You feel antsy.
Antsy. That is like one of my least favorite. Like when I'm taking, I'm very susceptible to almost any medication. Like I can't even take the allergy medicine because like it makes me twitchy. I can't sleep. My legs have to twitch and stuff.
Really?
So if I was
Allergies.
feeling that at a real basic level, I probably would go into a rage and murder a bunch of
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Allergy medicine is supposed to relax you and like you're not itchy.
Yeah, a lot of people does the thing. Well, here's how allergy medicine for me, I take it, I almost immediately fall asleep in about 15, 20 minutes, then I wake up about a half hour later and I am twitchy and irritable. So I just, don't. We have a medicine
have
cabinet
cats.
full of stuff, and I have cats. But luckily, the whole thing about cats, if you're around cats, you're only vaguely allergic to them.
They wake you up. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, there's that. Boy, this morning they woke me up, let me tell you.
They don't let you
Shit's
sleep.
literally jumping on my head from like the back of the bed, knocking stuff off the dresser.
I just crack
I
up
did-
when cats do that.
No, they're such little shits. Out of my 5 cats, we only have one that's a big knocker offer of things. But like 5 minutes before we started recording, I'm up in my studio preparing. My wife's downstairs in the kitchen. We hear a big bang. She's like, "What the fuck was that?" I'm like, "Well, damn." And my cat knocked a bunch of books off, and then they hit a bunch of stuff on a library
Books.
cart. It was just, yeah.
Well, they must have been small books. Cats can't.
They weren't
shove
really,
big
no.
books. It was a big Bible.
No, it was my big Gutenberg Bible.
Big book. Oh no.
Yeah, it broke apart. The Word of God has been destroyed. Now I have nothing to keep me moral.
Printed with movable type
Yeah,
You learn
this
things.
Bible is. Yeah,
on this podcast.
this is one of those Bibles you can change as you read it.
It's printed with
good
movable
stuff.
type. Printed.
Yes.
Cats just crack me up.
Do they?
Well, yeah. I just like the way they get on a table and they push little things and look at you. And they push them.
Look at
I
it.
just laugh.
It's like,
It
it's
doesn't
funny.
matter. It's
They
a
fucking
glass.
challenge you. That's why. Yeah, there's people who like cats. They like to be challenged. There's people like dogs who like to,
My
dogs
dog,
don't challenge you the same way.
Yeah, they do.
How does Soul challenge
If you
you?
adopt a dog and the kids don't wash its balls, you got to do it.
Oh man.
Just like a pope. Worse than a pope.
Yes.
Cracking
I think that's enough small talk now. Yeah,
really?
And no one
that's
else.
Enough small talk.
Well, there's only like when you keep swinging back to balls, I get nervous. I'm worried. I don't think anyone really wants to hear Tim Hamilton, New Yorker cartoonist, talking about balls. Is it called a callback, or is it more of a ball back? That sucked.
Speaking of balls,
yes,
okay. It's in tonight's movies.
Balls?
Yeah.
Was there?
Actually, there's not. I just thought you
would
there's not. I'm like, on that.
Yeah, I'm like,
come on,
no.
Think of a better one.
No.
Speaking of adopting, no,
we weren't even speaking of adopting, which is weird.
Adopting.
Speaking. Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, we weren't initially. No, we were
speaking
talking about
of drugs, this movie has an inexplicable scene in it that we're going to talk about tonight, where the security officer steals everybody's drugs. What are we talking about tonight?
So the movie is 1985's Creature, written and directed by someone named William Malone.
Mr. Malone.
Yep. It's... I don't know.
Synopsis. Did you write it down? I did.
Yeah. Here's my synopsis. It's not the one I wrote. It's Alien meets The Thing, but with a budget of $6. That's my synopsis.
Yes.
Let's hear your actual synopsis.
After a member of a geological research team who is sent to Saturn's largest moon, Titan, crashes their spacecraft into a space station, another team is sent to Titan to investigate, not knowing the terror that awaits them.
I'm glad you said that because they kept saying the moon.
Yeah.
I forgot this was Titan. I kept thinking it was like Earth's moon. Yeah,
it was unnecessarily confusing beginning.
Yeah. So it's a weird movie. Like, it's actually pretty good, I would say.
George.
No, come on. It is. But the thing is, if you had not seen 1979's Alien, you'd be like, this would be a much more esteemed movie. But this really is like Alien meets The Thing. Like, so much so that it's kind of bananas it got made.
Yeah. But
and got a release. Like, this wasn't like a minor release. The what? The what?
The acting.
The acting was great.
So Lyman Ward is in this. Do you know Lyman Ward? Do you know who he's famous for playing, George?
No, please tell me.
Played Ferris Bueller's dad. He's in this.
Oh, yes, Ferris Bueller's dad. I actually, throughout, just refer to him as Ferris Bueller's dad.
Stan Ivar, who played the blacksmith in the last season of Little House on the Prairie, and George.
Yes.
I got a little fact about him. After Little House on the Prairie ended, because he was in the last season, he just deconstructed and took home the sets of Little House.
No, just for his set. He took the blacksmith whole thing to his house and set it up in L.A.
What
I read that too. I don't know. The thing is, it was interesting because, like, I did watch Little House on the Prairie occasionally growing up. I know that was a big show for you.
Yes, that was right. Yeah.
And so I must have seen this guy because he looked so familiar to me the whole time. I'm like, damn, I've seen. Because I looked at his IMDb, and there wasn't a lot of other stuff I would have seen him in. So I guess I remember him from that, but I can't remember shit about that character.
No, he was last season, which I had quit watching after I got a little older. If you remember, they moved to the city one season. I kind of felt that thing like, the show's going on a long time, and they're doing different things.
They moved to the city?
Yeah, for like a season.
What city?
I think it was New York City.
I'm pretty sure that's not true.
They met a young Mark
Pretty
Twain.
sure that show wouldn't have had the budget to create a New York City circa.
Laura got addicted to heroin.
Oh, wow. Our heroine was addicted to heroin. Yeah.
And they picked up Alonzo, a street urchin. Was it Alonzo? No, Alonzo was the husband. They picked up a little kid, added him to the cast.
Yeah.
What's that called?
Cousin Oliver.
Cousin Oliver syndrome.
Cousin Oliver, yeah. He was cute. What else you got?
Oh, Klaus Kinski. He is in it.
Yeah. Can I read you my Klaus Kinski facts?
Okay. You going to keep the bad ones in there?
It's only bad stuff.
It's only bad stuff.
So Klaus Kinski, you may know for his frequent collaborations with Werner Herzog and his frequent attempts to be murdered by Werner Herzog. It's hilarious, their relationship. But Kinski was at first quite committed to his role in this movie. sitting down with the director to discuss the script and suggesting minor changes. While director Malone found the cast more motivated in Kinski's presence, Kinski proved true to his reputation and was difficult to work with. He sometimes refused to show up for the lengthy makeup sessions, forcing Rockow, I don't know who that is, to carry him to the makeup room. A makeup girl was groped, and when Kinski's agent was called about it, he appeared unsurprised. The actor also groped co-star Diane Salinger in a scene that remains in the final cut.
Yes.
Further, Kinski often refused to follow his marks, leaving parts of his footage out of focus and unusable. He was only contracted for 1 week of work. The sequence where his character is heavily mutated was shot with 2 doubles, a complex endeavor as neither looked particularly close to him. The producer offered to bring Kinski back for pickups, but it was quickly determined it was not worth the trouble of working with him again.
Of course.
Klaus Kinski. Yeah, real special fella.
Last week
now,
you
Tim,
said
did
we
you
were going
catch...
to talk about his daughter, and you scared me because his daughter wrote a book all about how he sexually assaulted her.
Oh, is that true? That's not fun.
Yes, yeah.
Natasha Kinski?
He has more than one daughter, right? But one of them.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Okay,
yeah,
I forget.
Now, Tim, this is something that I can't believe I immediately said this because this is so up your thing, right? A collector of everything, up your alley.
Okay.
A collector of everything Forbidden Planet, director Malone inserted Easter eggs into Creature. The opening makes an allusion to a race of aliens that traveled the universe millennia ago and collected species across their travels, which mirrors the Krell's backstory in Forbidden Planet. It also kind of is ahead of the thing on Prometheus. It's weird,
right.
But this is the part. In addition, the characters of Dr. Wendy H. Oliver, initials WHO, and Beth Sladen, that's the name of the actress who played Sarah Jane Smith, are references to Doctor Who.
I thought that name, I kept thinking of Sarah Jane Smith. I did.
So Doctor Who,
I thought I was stupid.
and Sarah Jane Smith's actor, Beth Sladen. So,
for
folks,
people who don't know, Sarah Jane
loves Doctor. Tim loves Doctor.
I don't love.
You love Doctor Who. You fucking do. Why are you lying about this?
I can't. I will watch it, but I can't defend some of the poor decisions.
Tim, this is true story. I just recently rediscovered this. Tim actually drew Doctor Who comics and placed me in the role of the bartender who is unfortunately physically abusive to some of the characters.
You just found that out? You knew it when it happened.
I knew about it. I forgot about it that was Tim. That was 20 years ago.
But I didn't draw it because I begged to draw it. I drew it because I was paid, and I actually had to fill in for someone who didn't finish that story. That's what happens in comics. As I recall,
though, what actually happened is you were you found the person who was doing it, and you found them and poisoned them.
Yeah.
Not seriously, but you just gave them some little put of dookie in their water so they had dysentery.
Right. That's how comics work.
That's how comics work. That's how Jack Kirby started.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
He was tired of drawing Popeye, fill in the...
Popeye, huh?
He drew Popeye.
Tim. Wait, Jack Kirby drew Popeye.
He worked on the animated... You did not know this?
I did not know
He
this.
did In-Betweens.
Really?
People, do you know what in-betweens are in animation? That's
it's something that's in between something, right?
Yes, they have the key drawings and someone
There's the key draw, like Popeye with his fist all the way back, and then Popeye with his fist colliding with the jaw of Bluto as it crushes every bone inside of his face. What Jack Kirby apparently would draw is all the scenes in between from his hot fist going forward.
Yep.
I did remember that because I know Jack Kirby's also famous for hiding boners in some of those shots.
Wow.
That's something Tim Hamilton did, everybody. Tim Hamilton. All right, let's talk about this movie.
Let's talk about this movie in a big way, in a broad way.
Okay. Oh, Broadway, huh? A musical?
Trying to get George to talk about every scene, because every scene in this movie is they walk down a hallway, they hear a sound.
Tim, I tried taking notes, decided that was madness, and then I just grabbed Wikipedia, and using some word replacements here and there, I got through this. So I'm going to read you directly with some slight changes. Actually, this first bit, there's not much. Wow. It starts off with there's 2 researchers for this American multinational corporation called NTI. Curse me this moment, Tim. I should have made a list what NTI stands for.
Yeah, it didn't inspire me either.
No, neurological transmission infections. I don't know. So they're in they're on Titan, which I had forgotten already by this point, even though it like literally says seconds later. And they find an ancient laboratory that is supposedly a stuff that's 200,000 years old.
Just from looking at it, they seem to say this, by the way.
Well, didn't they say, they actually said like the researchers, it's something they've been researching for a while. Like there was a line, but yeah, they're like, it's 200,000 years old, which I'm like, all right, some deep ancient stuff that's reminiscent of Alien. All right. And they're looking inside this case that has something in it.
Yeah. These guys are goofballs, by the way.
And these guys are dressed in suits that look remarkably similar to the suits of the guys from the Nostromo and Alien.
Oh,
and
I thought 2001. Or is that later?
It is actually, you know what? It's a little bit closer to 2001. You're right, but and here's the thing: this movie is very inexpensive, but it actually looks pretty good. Like the fact they took that much attention, and this planet, I mean, this moon, it's like constant lightning and thunder sounds and stuff going on. But so they're cataloging the stuff in this laboratory. We don't get to see it, but there's a case, and they're like, one of the guys is looking in the case. He's like, it just blinked, and we're like, what? And they don't show us. But the other guy's like, you're imagining stuff. It's 200,000 years old. Now I want you to sit on that case. And the guy's like, what? He goes, go sit on it. What? Why? For scale. It's like, wait, it's already in a case. Isn't that?
I know.
But anyway, he sits on it.
Next to it.
Yeah. Or just, I don't know, hold up a ruler. So the guy in the spacesuit sits on it and something crawls out and gets him. It looked like slime, right?
Right. Like he busted.
Yeah, we don't really see, which is weird. Because when we do see the creature, which, spoilers, there's a creature in this, it doesn't look like slime. In fact, there's multiple things it looks like. I don't know.
They're goofballs.
So, yeah.
His name is Howard. I think he said, sit on it, Howard. I'm like, Happy Days right. Reference.
Oh, wait.
Because Marion would say that to her husband eventually. And it was a big laugh line. Because Fonzie would say, sit on it.
Fonzie would say, sit on it.
And then Marion said, sit on it, Howard. That was her husband.
And Marion she was Maid Marion from Robin Hood? Yeah. And Howard was Howard Cosell.
Yes.
I'm good at this.
The parents of Richie.
And Richie Rich?
Yes, the parents of Richie
Yes, I know
Rich.
Happy Days. What was it, Tim?
What was it? What was it?
Sit on it. What was it?
The canister that they found.
No. When Marion would say, what was she referring to?
Or
Fonzie. Was it his thumb?
Yeah, I think.
Is that why he was go, hey? Was he always?
I think. I never knew what it was. I never knew.
Let's do a list on the right. What it? It would have been a good name for this movie,
the 1950s. Right? Sit on it would be a
little Henry Winkler, if you know what I'm saying.
Elvis record
An
player.
Elvis record. Mm-hmm.
That little metal thing that holds the records in place. You sit on it.
How about a pet rock?
They didn't exist in the 50s.
Yeah, but Happy Days was actually from the 70s. Right. So so anachronistic.
What was the funny guy? What was the funny guy?
How about an evil Potsy?
Sit on
Ralph,
Potsy's face.
Ralph Mouth.
That was what
else. Ooh, wow. Do you think she fucked Potsy?
Who's she?
Marion.
You're just bringing up things.
Let's go back to the movie. So then we cut to 2 months later, where a bunch of just kind of like middle management looking guys are in a space station.
Now, George,
yep.
one thing.
Yep.
You told me today. Let's record at 9 because you had to watch this movie again.
Yes. Oh my God, I had to. Yes.
Is this because you wrote so many jokes about Happy Days? Or
Tim,
you just want to get the plot straight?
Tim, I wrote. No, it's this. This is literally what it is. I was sitting there thinking about this movie, and I'm like, I can't remember what the creature looks like. I can't remember seeing the creature. I could have, but don't you agree that that's a troubling sign if you can't? A movie's called Creature and you can't remember So I'm like, I think I need to watch this again. Okay. So I did. I watched it again because I'd watched it the other night, and I remembered the opening scenes. I remembered this part very clearly when I was more involved in it. But as Tim said, most of this movie is just people walking through hallways. Mm-hmm. And after a while, I'm like, man, I remember there was a creature at some point, but I couldn't tell you anything about that creature. I couldn't tell you how anybody died. My brain did such a thorough flush of this movie, I had to rewatch it again today.
Okay, all right.
So that's back to the movie.
Used your time.
Bunch of middle management guys are in orbit around Earth, And all of a sudden they're like, hey, there's a ship coming up to us. Oh my gosh, it's going to crash into us. It's the ship that these guys are in, and it crashes into them, and it blows up in a super cheap explosion.
And I'd like to point out that space station looks like the space station from 2001. It's a circular one. Looks exactly like
it. Looks like a big bone, right?
Yeah.
A big bone thrown by a monkey?
No, it's round.
No? Okay.
It's the round station.
All right.
Why is Titan always used? Titan, Europa is the ice one, right? The moon.
Yeah. I think it's because Titan is one of the planets in... Well, Titan, the moon, is one of the planetary bodies, let's say, or heavenly bodies in our solar system that is believed to hold life.
I thought that was Europa.
Or the possibility of life. I think they both are. I think it's... Okay. Like, there's belief there's an ocean in there. But, like, you know, like we know it's not Jupiter, which is a gassy giant.
We don't know what's in there.
It's gas.
They sent a spaceship in there and it just burned up. We don't know what's in there.
Is that really something that happened?
You don't remember that? They had a probe that did all this probing of the planet, and its last thing it did, they just said, fly into the planet and see how long you last.
And then what happened?
You don't remember this? It just burns up. They didn't get many readings.
What do I burned up?
Well, it's a giant planet with heavy gravity, or I don't know.
But it's not molten core like Earth, right?
I don't know. They couldn't get a signal once it went in there. Okay.
Okay. Shit. All right, let me get on this.
I watch NASA news.
NTI, which is the company we didn't come up with a name for, dispatches a new ship after this one. Yeah.
New.
Yeah.
Timely. Inventions. New timely inventions.
How about never tried initials? We could do that too.
Never tried initials.
Yep. So they send this new ship, the Shenandoah, which just sucks.
That is.
What a sucky name for a ship. To Titan to see what happened. And its crew consists of, and here's the names I came up with, everybody. Captain Off-Brand Han Solo.
That's Davidson.
Yep. Susan Willing to Work Nude Del Hombre. She's the woman who's nude later. John Fennell. I didn't come up with anything for him.
Is he the company man?
John Fennell's the guy who like later encounters Susan Willing to Work Nude Del Hombre.
Okay.
Dr. Wendy H. Off-Brand Beverly Crusher Oliver, Doctor Who.
Okay.
Ferris Bueller's dad, and Beth Sladen. And then they're accompanied by the company guy who is
Paul Reiser
named Ferris Bueller's dad. Yeah, the Paul Reiser role. And he's accompanied by a woman who I sure as hell thought was going to be an android the whole time.
Me too.
Bryce. But did you recognize her, Tim?
Oh, God, I didn't.
She's Simone from Ferris Bueller's... I mean, not from Ferris Bueller's. From Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Really?
Yeah, you remember the girl that wants to go to France? And he's like,
Simone, all the people I know have a really big butt.
Yeah. That's Simone. I was so excited.
She must have had high heels in this. She doesn't seem so tall in Pee-wee.
She is pretty tall in Pee-wee. She's taller than Pee-wee, and Pee-wee is like, I'm pretty sure I read he's 8 foot tall.
Yeah, he is.
No, but if you remember, too, she has that huge boyfriend. Andy, that really huge guy, the one that keeps chasing Pee-wee.
Yes.
Yep. So that's Simone. Yep.
On the ship.
Yep.
And here's the part I talked about.
Yep.
Bryce, the security officer, one of the first things we see her doing, she's just taking all the medical supplies, and the other woman is like, "What? But why?"
Yeah, Doctor Who is like, "Wait, you can't take the medicine," and she doesn't say anything to her.
No.
Walks out. The woman who does the nude scene's like, "Why'd she take all the drugs?" She's like, "I don't know. We're not going to address it in the script." It's it. It's just, unless I'm mistaken, I did watch this movie twice. That's just a weird orphan scene. It's just like, yeah, she just takes the drugs.
Nothing comes of it.
And like they're setting up, like they're like, we've been on this ship with her for months. I've never heard her last name. I mean, her first name. I've never seen her smile. I've never heard her talk. And so I'm like, okay, clearly, and she's like the super badass. Like clearly, she's gonna be an android, just like Bishop or what is the guy's name
Data.
in the first Alien?
Data.
No, the Ian Holm character in Alien.
Oh, Ian Holm. Number 2.
I should know that. No, you're number 2.
Unit 398.
Ian Holm Alien.
I think Bryce took those drugs so she could go to Burning Man 2095.
Is that what year this was set in? Ash. He was Ash.
Ash.
Just like from Evil Dead. Yeah, so she steals drugs, which doesn't literally comes to nothing, but it'll probably be in Tim's story.
Later, she gets lost. Maybe she just did all those drugs, and that's how she's like, "Wink, wink, I got lost."
I did think of that because she pulls like a real child's from Thing for the last half of this film. She's like, "Where have you been?" She goes, "I got lost," and they'll laugh because now she's a beloved member of the crew. Okay, so while they're in orbit, they get a signal, a distress call from a ship from a so. We're told in the beginning, we should have mentioned this, there was like a voiceover that how there's NTI is an American corporation, and there's a West German, because they didn't know about the Berlin Wall coming down at this point, a West German company called Richter Dynamics. And the two of them are in a race to mine the universe.
You think it was named
And they get a distress call from that.
Andy Richter? Think.
Yeah, I think it is Andy Richter. Yeah,
his descendants created a company. Okay.
Yeah, this especially because this movie was made before he achieved fame, so that makes a lot of sense. So they go to land on the moon.
Well, first the commander. We establish he's in love with
Off-brand Han Solo.
Yeah, the lady. What was her name? The blonde lady.
Beth Sladen, the main character. Yeah,
she's reading a book, and they don't show us the cover, and he just says, "It's gonna rot your brain." Remember that?
We watched this twice. A list?
Yeah, because they don't show the cover. So what book was going to rot her brain, George? You have a guess?
My version showed the cover, but you go with your list.
Okay, there's Art of the Deal.
Oh, yuck!
Eat, Pray, Love.
Ew! Why you shouldn't eat? You shouldn't eat, Pray, Love. That's weird.
A collection of Dilbert cartoons.
Oof.
A book version of the film Werner Herzog Eats His Shoe. The 1980 film. That's real.
Nice. I know it is.
And finally, the very popular book, How to Rot Your Brain. What was the book? I missed it.
It was Thinner Thighs in 30 Days.
Real? Come on.
It was.
That's a good joke. That's your joke. Just take it.
It's my joke. The thing is, I wonder if they must have shown it and I just didn't pay attention.
I tried to
too
look.
busy.
I think I
funny
rewound.
notes. Okay. All right. So then they land and they collapse into a cavern.
George, when they landed, did you hear all the Star Wars sounds?
Oh my God, folks!
How did they not get sued?
I mean, I didn't want to mention it because I figured this was going to be how is this like Star Wars at the end of the episode? Because
that's too easy.
Yeah, they just straight up take like TIE fighter noises. But we've seen other movies that do that.
I don't understand.
There's another movie we did that was doing Star Wars sound effects. And it was even more, at least this was space. There was they were doing like Star Wars effects for like something that had nothing to do with outer space. Do you remember what it was?
No, I do not remember this. Was it probably Love Actually? Well, you weren't here.
Probably Love Actually.
I think I heard some Star Trek sounds in this too.
Oh, I bet. I bet. So they crash, and then they send out a search party to find the Germans.
It's 288 degrees below zero.
Yes, but in the cavern they're in, it's quite a bit warmer, so it's only negative 75 degrees below zero. And she's like, remind me never go on a date with you. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, they walk to the German ship for help.
And we should mention, it's Fennel, it's I Will Do a Nude Scene Shortly, Del Hombre. Who else is there?
The Germans? I'm laughing, folks. I just told you earlier, we couldn't set this up. The cats send me in hysterics, and behind George right now, his cat is having the zoomies. If you're hearing noises,
yeah.
The cat is
one of my cats
attacking the couch.
Might have to take a break and let her out. She's being real special right now.
Climbing the wall.
Oh, Ferris Bueller's dad is with them. Simone from Pee-wee's Big Adventure is with them. I want to say the captain, the off-brand Han Solo's there too. I don't know.
The German ship is 50 kilometers long. That's what they say.
I know.
They take their helmets off in the ship. Are we at the ship?
Do they discover the Germans' bodies before they take the helmets off?
Well, they get to the ship and then they discover bodies, but they do take their helmets off.
Delambre, the woman who has the nude scene, it's sad I'm just identifying as she does. She takes off her breathing thing right away, like her breathing tube immediately.
Yeah.
And the guy, because like Fennel's like, don't let the captain see you with your breathing tube off. She's like, whatever. I'm like, well, you're gonna die shortly.
So he says it like 3 times.
I know. Just they really draw attention to it. So so they find all the Germans. They're all dead. They look gray and bloody.
Well, they do this woman that finds them, she does that scene where she sees one, she backs up, there's another one hanging.
It's a real Marion Ravenwood sort of thing. She keeps backing into corpses. I had a weird thought while watching this. So it's something I first formulated this while watching Howling 2, another recent episode we did. Another inexpensive film to say. And parts of it were pretty good, but like lead character in that one, Reb Brown, I remarked he yells weird.
Yes.
And the characters in this one yelled weird too. Like this lady, she's like, ah, ah, ah. Like it's not like there's a real art to movie screams, I've decided.
There is.
And I think one of the things that's a real real separator between like A-list and like, let's say this is like B-, B-list. Like these people yelled like stupid.
Oh yeah.
It sounded shitty and dumb. But if you have the same thing in like a movie that's like got a bigger budget, for some reason the screaming sounds better.
Yeah.
Yep. That's George's thoughts for this episode. George's musings.
George's thought corner.
Yeah, there's no currency in this movie, so no currency Kerner.
They also say that's 200,000 years old, and I'm still like, how does everybody know?
Yeah, actually, I don't remember how they did. Is that because they got like no? I don't know how they would know that was 200,000 years old. I think they're like the dust. They're like, oh, it's 200,000 years of dust.
They run, and Susan gets killed behind the door.
Susan is Delambre, the woman. She who has her helmet off. Something attacks. We don't really see it, right? We see her get dragged off.
Yeah.
And they're watching, and it seems like she's in a relationship with the guy Fennel, and he's like, he sees something. He's like, kind of like, he's like catatonic for a little bit after this as he sees her carried away, and they're like, we can't save her. She's already dead. And they go back to the ship, and that's when Klaus fucking Kinski appears.
And sexually assaults.
That's when he gropes the actress, unfortunately, which we heard in the beginning.
When I saw it, I was like, I wonder if he was supposed to do that. And it turns out,
so no. No, he was not. No, Klaus Kinski, monster. So he is.
His name's
I never wrote.
Hoffner.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, because I actually replaced everywhere his name appears the name Klaus fucking Kinski. He is a surviving German, and he is chewing the scenery.
Yep.
Like literally, he's eating in every single scene he's in at this point.
Yep.
He's like eating sandwiches and stuff. I'm like, where'd you get a space sandwich?
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I'm like, do they have like sandwiches in outer space? I don't know.
Well, he got hungry and ate his favorite issue of his edible Playboy magazine.
Oh, and who was the centerfold in this edible issue, Tim?
I don't know if I have that.
Oh my God, I have another cat in here going crazy now.
How do you get in?
Guess she was here the whole time. That explains why they were going crazy. The one wanted to get out. She's like, I'm trapped in here with this other cat.
Yes, it's space.
In space, no one can hear you meow.
Your Playboy magazines are edible.
All right, so come on, who's the centerfold? This is your shtick.
His German edible Playboy is called Der Schnitzel Playboy. His favorite issue was the 1969 Oktoberfest issue.
Wow.
It tastes like
this is the future, too.
stale beer and damp lederhosen. The centerfold is Aldehyde Hildegard. Johanna. Let me try that again.
Yeah. Oh, this is good. Tim,
Aldehyde,
sell it. I want you to sell it.
Hildegard.
You wrote this joke. You own this joke.
Johanna. Johanna.
Yes.
Favorite activity? Being eaten by hungry astronauts. Best concert? David Hasselhoff and his impressive singing car.
Wasn't Kit, though. Just another car.
Yes. I can't say Kit. Favorite books? Mine Struggles to Get Up in the Morning After Oktoberfest. Her favorite movie?
That sucks.
The sequel to Werner Herzog Eats His Shoe. It's called Werner Herzog Sits on the Toilet Waiting for the Other Shoe to Drop. That's about it. I think that's right. That's as far as I got.
Yeah. Good.
The end.
Then.
Kill each other.
Space Playboy.
I don't even know where we are anymore.
Der Playboy. It's him. He's just talking and he's like, maybe I help you. Maybe I don't help you. No, I don't help you.
The way he's going to help them,
Yeah,
he tells them about the monster and stuff, and he's like, we have a shit ton of explosives over there.
Yeah. And then he goes, I go back to my ship now. And he leaves. And they go to another scene. And when they come back...
Do you think that was one of the bits when he walked out of focus and was unusable, the footage?
Maybe. But
I bet you it was.
They cut to another scene, and when they come back, he's still there eating. I'm like, I thought you left. I thought you said
that's
going
why
away.
It occurs to you. That's probably what happened. They just did like, well.
But he said, I'm going back to my ship.
Yeah. Klaus Kinski.
What's that?
That's just a Klaus Kinski.
Fennel, who saw Susan die, he's like sleeping in his window, and he sees Susan outside. That's where we are.
Yep.
I think around here.
And
like,
he runs outside. He sees her through the portal. He like runs outside, and she strips completely naked. Yep. We see Kevin Cablasto, occasional co-host, an aficionado of female nudity. We see everything. Everything. We see her butt. We see her front butt. We see her boobs. She takes off his helmet, and it's weird because she's kissing him, and then all of a sudden he seems to asphyxiate. I don't know what really happens here.
Well, she seems to be a hallucination or a monster, and she takes his helmet off, and he can't breathe.
Yeah,
it's 288 degrees out there, George. That's what they
she's
said.
Also kissing him, and she's naked. I don't know. So
and then she puts a creature on his face after kissing.
Yeah, him. This little like it's like a little toy face hugger. And it just kind of looks like the face hugger from Alien, but instead of like covering your whole face, it just kind of sits in your temple and just kind of sits there and controls you. So the way this creature, which we haven't really seen yet, the way it works is there is a creature maybe because something killed Susan, but then there's like this whole weird like the thing where it's taking the appearance of people and using that to control them.
But Hoffner, Kinski, he says uses mental powers too. I don't know if you remember him saying that.
I don't know.
To cause you to see things. He did say that. And then...
Okay, that's interesting. Because then...
You watched this twice.
Then there's that's why I had to watch it twice. And there's a lot of scenes of people walking through hallways. And Ferris Bueller's dad and off-brand Han Solo and the woman named after Sarah Jane Smith from Doctor Who get a phone call from Fennel. And he's kind of sitting there. He's like, hey, so I'm at the German ship. They're like, why'd you go there? He's like, oh, felt like it. But, yeah, it's all fine. We just take off from here. We should just go there. Because their ship, we didn't mention this, when they crashed and their ship got, not destroyed, but, damaged. They can't fly back.
Sunk into the ground. They're running out of oxygen and food.
Running out of oxygen
and Hoffner's just
stuff.
There eating their donut.
Hoffner's eating all their sandwiches.
Enjoying your
They're like, we need that ham to breathe. And then, so the guy's just sitting there, and he's talking very nonchalantly. He's like, yeah, so I'm here, but he's sitting at a very weird angle, where he's kind of leaning back and tilting his head slightly towards him. Like, why are you sitting so weird? He's like, kind of hurt my neck a little bit. And, as he's talking, you could just fucking see this, weird green worm thing on his head. I'm like, no one notices that? I mean, I get it's not, dead on. It's but it's clearly this thing on the side of his head. He unlike many movies where an alien or something takes over a person, he seems very...
Yeah, odd.
Real. No, he doesn't seem odd. He's like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm talking pretty normal. He's not being I am normal. I mean, later on, he's not sweating. That's suspicious.
I have here, Susan attacks Bryce. Did that happen? I found Susan's stuff on her head. They find Susan.
Yes, eventually. Oh, so okay, you're skipping because Bryce, who is Simone from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and Klaus Kinski go over to the ship to meet up with him and get oxygen tanks.
Oh, that's right. And he grabs her ass, and she has to turn around and say, "Don't fuck with me." Remember that?
Yep.
Just walking around. Yeah, he's just grabbing
again.
her ass.
Is that a scene where he's supposed to? Was that? I mean, who knows? But you're right. Then Susan, the woman who we saw strip naked and kill the other guy, attacks Bryce. Now she looks kind of fucked up, though.
Yes.
So maybe you're right. Maybe she was fucked up all along, and just was making herself look hot and naked.
This sounds like a good moment to bring back a favorite bit of mine, George. It's called Tim Hamilton's non-sequitur moment or minute. Because this movie's so boring.
I like that you can't even get your own sections. All right.
It's called non-sequitur moment.
It's pronounced non sequitur.
George, do you know how the electric chair was invented? This is a moment of the show where we talk about something that has nothing to do with the movie.
I don't, actually.
Okay. In 1881, Alfred P. Southwick, he witnessed an accidental death. A drunken man fell into and touched a live electric generator in Buffalo, New York. And he thought, Hey, that was a quick and painless death. Why do we hang people? Why don't we create a chair to electrocute people with and not get them drunk? They left out the drunk part. And that's
also how Buffalo Wild Wings were invented, right? Because he smelled like burnt chicken afterwards.
Yes.
Because it happened in Buffalo, New York. He's like, I kind of want to eat chicken.
But he was, that's just how it was invented. He thought, that drunk guy died a painless death. That's true. You think, I know you're typing, is Tim lying to me?
No, I believe you, actually. I was just thinking, I know you're not a video game player, but in the game Red Dead Redemption 2, one of the many side missions in that is you are helping a guy invent the electric chair.
Is that his name?
I was trying to remember.
Whoa.
I don't think so, because it's very different. It's not happening in Buffalo, New York. It's happening in the equivalent of New Orleans, and it goes terribly wrong, and a guy gets horribly burnt.
Oof. Well, Alfred P. Southwick, he wanted to name this chair after his wife, in which case it would have been called Horrific Demise. But
so his wife's name is Horrific Demise?
Everybody ended up naming it after
Tim's laughing his own joke.
His favorite political slogan of the day, elect chick air. Because he wanted chick air to be elected governor of New York.
Boo!
Elect chick air. Chick air never won. That's the end of the subsequent moment.
It's pronounced non sequitur.
Wow. You got to meet me halfway.
I did. I met you halfway. Chick air was a step too far.
Got a yes and.
All right. I think we would have order because I think like Simone from Pee-wee's Big Adventure and Klaus Kinski maybe went out first, and then the guy Fennel contacts them because I remember then Doctor Who goes there, and she shows up, and he's now Fennel's got like a bandage on his head over like the worm,
right?
And they're like, well, what's with the bandage on your head? He's like, the Germans had some caustic chemicals and it got in my head, so I'm cut. She's like, well, I'm a doctor. Let's go look at it. And they go off down the hall, and
he goes into a room where there's no lights. He goes, let me turn on the lights. Just a minute.
Yeah. And she's like, he says something like, boy, have I got a surprise for you. Like, and then what happens, Tim?
He walks into the room to turn on the lights. And of course, you don't hear anything. And she's like, what's going on? Where are you?
Fennel.
I'm going to walk in here. Oh, no, there's spider webs. They never explain why there's spider webs, but there's spider webs.
You're right, there's all these
everywhere.
corpses and spider webs.
Yes.
Which you would think when they eventually reveal the creature, it's going to look like a spider.
Or it would,
no, it
or
don't.
It would shoot spider webs.
No, it doesn't do that either.
Nope.
Or you think it'd be Peter Parker. It's not that either.
It's not Peter Parker.
No, it's none of those.
And then he attacks her, and she kind of rips the face off a not so great facial special fake head.
It's pretty fucking funny. Yeah, she just like
rips the skin off it.
And so then he looks like the Red Skull from the rest of the movie.
Yes.
And does he knock her head off?
He says, Ach die Liebe.
Does he knock her head off? Is that what happens?
Does he? Who is this woman? Is she the one that lives to the end? Is this Sladen?
No, this is Doctor Who.
Sladen.
No, Sladen is a different character.
Okay.
Beth Sladen is you have hit on a big problem, Tim. There are 3 women in this movie, and they're all 3 blonde ladies who all look pretty much the same.
They do.
There's the naked lady, who's Susan. There's Doctor Who, who's the one I called off-brand Beverly Crusher.
Yes.
And then there's Beth Sladen. Beth Sladen is the hero of this piece.
Well, Davison and the company man are in the ship, and they hear her scream. And for some reason, all of a sudden... They don't?
Actually.
What, they hear
something? It's a weird editing thing. They actually make the realization. This is the funny part. Because it seems like it would make sense they hear her scream, but it's just like the scene carries over a little bit.
Yeah.
And Davison's like, you know what's weird? Here you and I are sweating like champs.
Yes.
And Fennel looked cool as a cucumber.
I know.
And they're like, let's go get him. I'm like, that? Why not just have the sound be the thing? Why, like...
Yes. But
so they go running off.
They're not sweating like champs, George, because you know who the top champion sweaters are? I got a few.
Oh boy, this sucks so hard.
Champion sweaters. First one, Anthony Kiedis. Every time someone asks him if they can buy some Girl Scout cookies from his girlfriend, he sweats.
So stupid.
Any sweater hanging in Bill Cosby's 1980 closet. That's a champion sweater.
Yep.
Okay. Carol Spiney, the man who
the
original
Carol
man.
Spinney, the man who plays
Is it
Big
Spinney?
Bird.
I thought it was Spiney. Big Bird.
I thought it was, yeah.
The guy in the Big Bird suit.
You're assuming he sweats a lot in there?
He still sweats.
He's dead.
But he's still sweating. He's still sweating.
He's also Oscar the Grouch. Did you know that?
Oh, he sweats.
Yep.
I hope he had a wife.
He was not able to put his arm down anymore.
So you're saying he didn't have a wife? He
Nope.
was unable to hug a woman?
His wife left him because she's like, I'm tired of looking at your armpit. Maybe he was gay. What if that? Would you be okay with that, Tim?
Or a husband, okay? I don't care. I'm just saying.
What
Maybe
if
he was
they
too
were...
sweaty to have a lover of any sort.
Let's see. I'm looking up Carol Spinney. It's two N's. I think it's Carol Spinney.
Okay.
Let's see.
I said Spinney.
Rewind the Personal
tape.
life and
I said
death.
Spinney.
He had 3 children from his first marriage to Janice Spinney. Then they got divorced in 1971. Then he married his second wife, Deborah Jean Gilroy, from 1979 until his death.
Did he meet her on the set of Sesame Street? That was the height of Sesame Street.
Yeah, she was one of the little girls. Oh, that's bad.
Come on.
I don't know. I don't know who she was. Let's look her up.
Look
Deborah
her up.
G. Yeah, I'm gonna look up Deborah Jean Gilroy.
Because,
Maybe we'll
folks,
friend her
you
on
haven't heard
Instagram.
from
Yep.
us in 2 weeks in our new bi-weekly schedule. These shows are big and bombastic now.
Yeah, we're not editing anything out anymore.
Except for the fact
Tim, Tim, he did.
Yeah.
Deborah, his wife, Deborah Spinney, was he met her before she was Deborah Spinney. She was the secretary for the Children's Television Workshop.
Oh, hate to hear it.
Yeah.
The secretary stuff.
Why?
I don't know. The 50s, 60s.
It was 1970. It was
I
fucking
married
1971.
My secretary.
No,
I don't mean to
he's
judge.
not the children. He worked for the children's. She probably was his boss. He was a guy who spent all his days sweating in a bird suit. You think he was calling the shots? No. Guy couldn't put his arm down. This is a good episode.
She would just put a big duster in his arm, the one that wouldn't come down, tell him to walk around the house, dust all the vases and
That's where your mind goes, huh?
the pictures on the wall.
Tim. All right. So where were we? Doctor Who gets killed. Doctor Who gets killed by Fennel. They realize that Fennel is this way, so they run back. Oh yeah, they come back and Doctor Who has been decapitated, and that's when Ferris Bueller's dad blows up Fennel's head with his gun.
Yes.
And then Beth Sladen, she is back on the ship being like, I sure wish they showed what this book was I was reading.
Yes,
when
I'm still trying to see
Klaus fucking Kinski comes in, and he's like a weird zombie now.
Yes.
And we know that now, from what I read, this is not him. This is somebody, because they're like, he's too much of a pain in the ass to bring back, so let's just put him in zombie makeup.
Right.
And I actually wrote he's slowly turning to Gollum. He even calls her
says,
Precious.
Yes, he says Precious.
Yeah,
I wrote that down.
Yeah, yeah.
You know I saw that.
She hits him with like what I assume is a shoe, and he falls down, and she runs out, but she only puts on the helmet into what we learned was 275 degrees below zero.
Yeah.
Instead of instantly shattering, she just kind of slowly falls asleep, and Klaus Kinski zombie picks her up and carries her back in to lure the others to him. And then they come back in, they have a big fight, and off-brand Han Solo pulls the little bug off Klaus Kinski's head and steps on it.
Yes. You're going fast
And I'm like,
here.
watch this, I'm like, this is the creature? It's a little bug that he steps on? Doesn't even have acid for blood, it just kind of gets dead.
Yep. They do a lot of talking about how to contact the ship home, because they keep telling this lady, build a fusion thing. She goes,
all this fucking sci-fi bullshit that I'm like,
build a
should I write this
KTI
down?
machine? Well, maybe.
That talks through hyperspace? I'm like, all this is made up bullshit, and none of it comes to anything. Why are we spending 5 minutes of script time talking about made up voodoo bullshit?
I can't build a KTI machine. Hoffner ate all the donuts. I have no energy.
It'll use the air. But you know what she does say, which I couldn't believe they did this.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
This is so insane. She goes, they're trying to talk what to do. She goes, I saw this movie once, and like it was a bunch of people in the Arctic, and they electrify the floor to kill this alien that's coming towards. It's like this giant space carrot.
Carrot. Oh yeah, she said space carrot.
Yeah, and I'm like like, so those of you who don't know, she's just talking the thing from another world.
The original thing from the 50s.
Which is what the movie was based on. Mm-hmm. But this movie is so borrowing heavily from the thing.
I know.
I can't believe they had the fucking temerity to, like, just nod at that. It's like... It's like we were watching, like, I don't know, Piranha, and they're like, this reminds me of this movie I saw once where there were these 3 guys on a boat, and one of them said you're going to need a bigger boat. And it's just like, come on. Don't remind us of the better thing that this is obviously ripping off.
They should have picked a totally different famous movie. She should have said, I remember this movie about a man who lived in a big castle, and he was rich, and he kept looking for Rosebud, and he died because he could never get Rosebud. So maybe...
That's Dracula, right?
Yeah. We don't give this
Dracula.
alien Rosebud.
Yeah, it was weird.
But they
so
all
then
go,
they make
you're right. Maybe
You're right.
we can electrocute it.
Yeah, that's the thing
in a
to
chair.
do.
I remember when they tried to elect that mayor of New York. Elect Chick Air. Chick Air never won, but...
All right, I'm leaving again. Bye.
Come on. You're the worst. Yes, Ander. Tonight. Okay. So she's so do they go set this in motion? That's pretty much what happens. They're setting up the generator. That's what I have written here because it's coming at them. And he's
let's see what I wrote down.
Come on, Sladen, get that generator working. And she's like, everything's written in German. It says Schnitzel, mein Comforter, Octiliebe. It's not working.
Yeah, it says they go to the computer room to monitor. They decide to make the construction trap, like she says. Mm-hmm. The creature's coming, committing sabotage as it goes, apparently. While Ferris Bueller's dad goes to the computer room to monitor the creature arrives and they apparently electrocute it to death.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because they're like, yes, that's done, and they all walk away except for her. For some reason, I thought she'd been infected. I thought that's what they're going to do.
That would make sense, yeah. No.
But she looks at it, she pokes at it, and then it just comes to life.
Mm-hmm.
Perkins is the company man. I have his name here, finally.
Ferris Bueller's dad. Can I interrupt for my?
Yeah.
Can I interrupt for my list?
Oh, you got a list. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
so, folks, we've gotten far enough along here to see this movie owes a lot to certain other movies. It's given the name Creature, which my first reaction was like, that's not a very descriptive name. So I was trying to think of better names to call this movie that would have been more. So the first movie, you want to hear my list of other names for the movie Creature?
I sure do.
All right, so first I came up with Alien.
Okay, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's taken. So I was like, all right, what's a synonym for creature? I'm like, oh, I got one, The Thing.
Gotcha.
I'm like, no, that's taken too. But I'm like, but that's on the right track. Maybe I could add a few more descriptors to it to give it a little bit more sense. So I tried The Thing from Another World. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, it's taken. So I'm like, okay, so what's the role of this creature? So I'm like, oh, I know, Predator. I'm like, no. But I'm like, but the way it attacks, it takes over people's bodies. In fact, it hides those bodies. Then I thought Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Mm-hmm. I was like, no, it's taken too.
It is.
And I was thinking like, but the way it controls those bodies is through like these little things on their head. So I'm like, oh, what about a movie called Parasite? I'm like, no. But I'm like, but maybe it's another term for those little creatures. I thought of critters.
Right.
I'm like, no.
How about critters
that's already
too?
been a Teddy Bimco. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, but like, let's go back to the idea of like Alien. What's in? I'm like, oh, we got one. This is taking place off Earth, right? So like, what if we call it E.T., the extraterrestrial? I'm like, no. And I'm like, what if we, maybe I'm just overthinking this. Maybe it doesn't need to be named direct. Maybe giving it named after the creature directly is giving away too much. Like, maybe I should just like kind of set the setting and like what's happening. So then I thought this one, Tim, Star Wars.
That's not a creature though.
No, that's what I was saying. I was getting away from the creatures, just go with the setting. Then I realized, you know what? Fuck it. We're just going to call it creature.
Okay.
That's my list.
That's your list.
All right.
All right. All right.
All right, so Off-Brand Han Solo and Ferris Bueller's dad follow screaming of Beth Sladen, find her locked inside the engineering thing.
What if we call the creature the Pope's balls?
Huh? What if we called them the Pope's balls, Tim?
Okay.
Tim, let's put your money where your mouth is. Let's actually name this entire episode the Pope's balls.
Okay.
What do you think of that? I think that's an excellent idea.
If we get lots of
and
hits.
people will be like, Teddy Bimco, not only have they gone to a bi-weekly release schedule, they've done a movie called The Pope's Balls. I'm just going to listen to this one. They're like, well, they're just talking about that movie Creature, and then they turn off in disgust.
That's my new spin-off show, The Pope's Balls.
Pope's Balls by Tim Hamilton.
So Perkins finds the bombs because Hoffner said, my ship has lots of bombs.
Mm-hmm. Perkins is Ferris Bueller's dad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know how these bombs work. He just, and he finds a net. He's like,
he finds a net.
I got an idea.
And he has a timer. And they find these blueprints just like in Aliens, and they find another way into engineering, and they split their forces.
Of course. Ferris
Bueller's dad goes one way, and Off-Brand Han Solo goes another. Off-Brand Han Solo finds and rescues the broad who can't help herself.
Broad?
And Ferris Bueller's... Yeah, the broad. That's Sladen. And Ferris Bueller's dad has the net and the bombs.
They really drag it out.
Yeah. I tuned out. I had to watch this part 3 times because even though I watched this twice, I finished watching like I don't remember any of the end of this, and I had to go back and watch the end again just so I knew what was happening.
He sticks a bomb on him. He pushes him out
in the net. Yeah.
A porthole in the bottom, and then they run around, and the creature is standing in a doorway in another part of the ship.
Oh, we should mention we see the creature finally.
Yes.
Doesn't look anything like a spider. It kind of looks like
a little dinosaur. Maybe.
Yeah,
a man
but with
and
a little bit too much of a xenomorph from Alien going on too.
Right.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
And he jumps at it to knock it away from the ship because the bomb's going to go off.
Oh, who's he? Tim? Reckless use of pronouns.
Is this Davidson, right?
Yeah. So basically, the monster kind of like fucks up Ferris Bueller's dad.
Perkins sacrificed himself to get him off.
Yeah. And he, like, with his dying breath as he's laying there bleeding from his neck, he hits the countdown for the bombs.
Right.
So, yeah, Davison does this super cool kick where he grabs the doorway gem and kicks the alien into the outer space, over into the moon. And they're both on the surface of the moon, which I'm like, isn't this supposed to be 275 degrees below zero?
Yes.
Didn't we establish that this is really cold? Why even have that line in here if we're not going to pay any attention to that?
They didn't stick to that.
And
the bomb doesn't go off. He goes, it didn't go off. And that's when Bryce shows up.
Yep. And Simone from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, she goes, didn't it?
And she shoots it.
She shoots it and the thing blows up.
And she's the one who
it's
said
also,
earlier, yeah?
It's like 5 feet from them.
Right.
It's 5 feet. It's the explosion. The way like you would hear Klaus Kinski talk about this, you thought this would be like an epic explosion from space. It's like a hand grenade, maybe. Oh, this is the bit where they're like, Bryce, where were you? And she's like, I got lost.
Yes. And they just fly home. And I thought for sure there'd be a scene where one of them was infected. I mean, come on.
Yep. Yep.
So for sure they didn't do that.
At the end, it's Simone from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Off-Brand Han Solo, and Beth Sladen. And they fly home on the West German ship. And thought for sure there was going to be another scene of like the creature or one of them's infected or something, but nothing. Just ends.
I did not like.
Yep.
I thought it was very boring.
You did like? Yeah. That's the thing. It's like it was weird combination for me. It was both like a combo of like this is better than I expected it to be, but it was also very boring.
Yep. But
like considering how inexpensive it was, and like there was like, but it was also so derivative of Alien.
Yeah.
Okay, if somehow this movie existed in a void where Alien hadn't been already filmed, I would be like, I bet you this would be a pretty popular film.
No.
But the fact that it's like a weak sauce imitation of a great movie, like you just realize like there's not an element of this movie that does better than what Alien did.
Now we have the part of the show where Tim and George talk about how this movie is like Star Wars and Labyrinth.
So George.
Yeah.
Did you know that Klaus Kinski was going to be in Star Wars? What a coincidence.
He was going to be Han Solo.
No. He was Han Solo. He was going to play Panda Baba in Star Wars, but he saw the script.
Oh, Panda Boba, the walrus man, the guy who accosts Luke Skywalker in the cantina.
And gets his hand cut off. And Klaus said he saw the script and he said, having one hand in this movie would hinder my ability to sexually assault the space ladies. So he didn't want to do it. That's how it's like Star Wars.
That's rough. All right.
It's rough. Kinski.
And I like to counter with how it's
He's
like
dead.
1986's Labyrinth. I think we decided 86. So,
86 Labyrinth. How's it like it?
in Labyrinth, there is a scene I often refer to where Jennifer Connelly is traveling through the said labyrinth and she encounters a little worm. And they have a discussion, and the worm's like, "Come on in, meet the missus." That's the same worm that they put on the creatures' on the people's heads to control them.
Is it now?
It is, yep. And that's why it's always inviting them in to meet the missus.
Who is the missus?
The naked lady. Delambre. Susan Delambre. That worm's doing well for himself.
Spinny. It's pronounced spinny or spiny?
It's spelled Spinney, so I'm going to say spinny.
You think if you walk down the street in New York, everybody else is just giving him high five all the way down the street?
Seriously, think about it. That guy. How many years did he play Big Bird? Like, Sesame Street goes on in 1969.
I think he played it till he was just too old to do it.
Yeah, I mean, like, well over 2 decades. Let's say probably. I mean, I think he did that until 2000 something. All right, hold on.
Great
Let me look
job,
this up.
though.
I mean, talk about like job security, right?
If you freeze, I'll give you a minute.
I'm not going to go to the same one. He died in 2019, and he played. Okay,
Hope he didn't
he
get
played it
COVID.
from 1969 until 2018.
Whoa. He got no retirement. I mean,
Yeah.
if he loved what he did, that's great, but well, a little retirement.
That was almost 50 years, Tim. That guy
Whoa.
acted alternating between being in a garbage pail or walking around with his hand up in the air. Actually, in the garbage pail, he had his hand up in the air, too.
Yeah.
Like, think
Yeah.
about that.
He has special
Carol
exercises, I'll
Spinney.
bet.
Man, I wonder if he ever switched. I wonder if sometimes he's like, you know what, everybody? Today, Big Bird's a lefty. Because the old right hand, it's just not working today.
Wherever you are, wherever you're hiding, I'll find you.
Revenge.
One of us will die.
Sure,
One
go.
of us will die.
I'll try to do good. We're trying to make this a theatrical experience with sound.
Yeah, folks, so
And
this is our new Teddy Bimco, and I've just heard the first episode we've done since this where Tim went haywire with special effects. Like
Sound effects. Hey, if you don't like it, tell me. I'm trying to make it an immersive experience.
fucking
for you.
write to us, people. This is what happens because you don't write.
It's George.
Yes.
Overture. Movie starts. We got our 3 people left: Bryce, Sladen, and Davidson. So remember, Bryce showed up and says she was lost?
Yeah.
Well, Bryce, she admits she took a class at Star Ranger Academy about how to get lost. She was the top of her class.
How to get
Yep.
lost?
She was so good at getting lost, they couldn't find her to accept her getting lost graduation certificate. It's a class.
Tim,
you
is that
take.
ironic?
That's ironic.
Is that ironic? Don't you think? It's a little too ironic. I really do think.
It's like,
Yeah, go on.
It's like Sand in the Vaseline. Or is that a different song?
That's definitely a different song.
As we
I think
saw,
it's like Rain on your wedding day.
yes.
Yeah, we're a good podcast.
As we saw, these 3 people start their trip back to Earth, which is a 3-year trip. And it's mostly boring, but one day Bryce took
I have a stupid question. Is that really a line?
a line.
Did they really say that? Did they really say it's 3 years?
Sure,
Listen, everybody, it's going to be a 3-year trip.
Mr. Faxman.
Okay.
It's a
I'm
boring
serious.
trip. It's quiet. The ship just creaks and there's beeps and boops. And one day, Bryce took all the laundry to the laundry room to do the laundry, and she got lost.
Oh no, I'm lost again.
She's an expert at getting lost. And weeks went by, and they looked for her, and they only found bits of laundry floating around in parts of the ship with no gravity. And eventually, 3 months later, Bryce, she shows up.
I'm back.
She had a long gray beard. She didn't grow it. It was just a fake gray beard she had
It
found.
wasn't even attached to her face. She was just carrying it.
No, she was just carrying. She said, "I have some bad news."
I beat the
Bryce
fuck
told
out of Ian McKellen and ripped this right off his head.
Yes. She told Bryce, "Davidson, your laundry was lost. Your laundry's better at getting lost than I am, and it's floating all around the gravity-free parts of the ship. Especially," Bryce said, "those random number underwear of yours, Davidson. They're AI underwear. They speak random numbers." And Davidson gasped And he said,
Oh, no, not those.
Davison explained that he used to have a girlfriend who he thought was turned on by random numbers. But he misunderstood. She actually said she was turned on by Randy Summers, his best friend.
I'm turned on by Randy Summers.
But he still keeps those underwear around. Yeah.
Is Randy Summers related to Scott Summers of the
Yes.
X-Men? Is he also related to Alex Summers of the X-Men?
So in the corridors and the air ducts, I hear random numbers being spoken.
18. 145. 83.
It's very creepy, they all agreed.
7.
And then another sound emerged in the darkness of the ship. A voice naming
5,000.
random plumbers.
Joe Bob.
Can't wait to hear the sound design of
Davison
this.
admits again that he got a pair of underwear that shouts out random plumber names by accident. He met a lady he thought said, I'm turned on by random plumbers, but actually she said she was turned on by Randy Summers. Randy Summers, his best friend.
I'm turned on by Randy Summers.
Amanda Plummer?
And then they heard the sound of ice cream flavors.
Raspberry. Cherry. Cinnamon apple.
Slade admitted that they were her talking underwear that names ice cream flavors. She explained she met Randy Summers once, and she thought he said he liked ice cream flavors, but he actually said, please, stay away from me. I do not like you. And eventually, all this talking floating underwear was starting to drive them mad. You hear it?
Tea-berry.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I'm going back listening to this. So I can yeah.
But then Bryce got an idea.
No, I mean to say I'm getting mad. I'm getting angry. Incredibly.
Let's open the airlock
Yeah,
and just
well,
let all the underwear get sucked out with all the clothes into space. End of problem. So they locked themselves down into spacesuits while wearing skimpy underpants, reminding us that Alien was a better movie. And
Was it like how in Alien where did Bryce refuse to trim her pubes?
Davison
They
did
had
that.
to
Davison
painstakingly
refused.
hire someone to go in and paint over the
Yep.
pubes in every single
I
shot.
did hear that. But Davison did it.
Have you heard that? That was the thing that happened. Yep.
So they locked themselves down, and Bryce told Davison to hit the airlock release button. But he thought she said that she really liked Randy Summers and not him. So Davison cried silently to himself rather than scream in frustration, George, because nobody can hear you scream in space. And this movie was called Randy Summers. There's the end. I thought you were going to torment me with other sound effects to put in there.
Yeah, that certainly is the end.
I thought you were going to say, who's farting?
Nah.
Nobody. It's too late. All right, George. Put the nail in the coffin of this episode.
Oh, man. Just don't even know if I should go on, Tim. I feel like if they're Randy Summers, like there's no way anybody's listening. I'm just speaking to ether. Like in
Let's take
space,
turns.
no one will hear George
Next
read
time
the
you go
second
first.
story because everyone's already left.
Overture.
All right. So here's my sequel. Here's my sequel. Play the music. Play the music. All right. No
sound
overture.
effects.
I want right to the leitmotif. All right. All right. So it opens up. Let's set the scene because you're being very picturesque here. We're in low Earth orbit, right? We're looking out over a starry field. There's an orbital salvage crew, and they're grabbing like all the space junk that's in orbit around Earth, and they find the German ship that Beth Sladen has been asleep for 57 years on after destroying her ship, the Shenandoah, to kill an alien creature that slaughtered the crew. Now, you did point out there were two other survivors. It was Bryce, and there was Davidson. So Bryce actually at some point had taken she had actually jettisoned to Earth in a life vest thing, space life vest. And she landed in America, and she took the name Simone and decided she wanted to learn French.
Où sont les toilettes?
And she met Pee Wee Herman. Sorry, Dana's guy Andy. And Davison, actually, at one point, Beth just blew him out of an airlock because he kept farting. She's fucking killed him. Yeah. So it's only Beth now. Beth's the only one left, right? And so she's, they find her, this orbital salvage crew, which I should mention is part of the NTI. Yeah. This what?
Beep, boop, beep, boop. Okay.
No, we don't. We just, you know what we see? Like there's beep boop boop. Oh, you're doing sound effects. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but Tim, all the buttons, they sound like farts. Yeah.
Because the ship is so old. Okay.
All of them. It's like a cacophony of choral farts. Yep.
This is your producer, Miss Lee. We used up our fart sound effects budget for February. We are replacing it with chicken sound effects.
So the people come on. They're like, "God, what does that smell?"
Whoa, what does that stink?
It smells like Davison was here. But they find her and they take her to the heads of the corporation, NTI, which we never came up with a name for.
Okay.
And no, because they're in space.
Is it a British
space ambulance.
Okay.
It sounds just like a sound effect from Star Wars. Okay. But instead of a spaceship, it sounds like a Jawa yelling "Utini." Yeah, fuck you. Find that sound effect, you jerk.
This here's this is Jack the plumber, and we accidentally threw away all the Jawa sound effects into the toilet. Clogged it up for a week. Sorry there.
And so they're debriefing her, and they're doubting her claims about Klaus Kinski and shit. They're like, that sounds pretty fake. And they're like, also, this is on Titan. Like, we know all about Titan. We have, like, a whole colony there.
Oh, okay.
Like a nudist colony.
Oh, nudist? Or a newt?
A nudist colony. No, a newt. That's what you're doing there. You know, they're not really sure they believe her. They could have asked off-brand Han Solo, but he was jettisoned, like I said. So coincidentally, even though 57 years have passed, wouldn't you know it, Tim, just at the exact same time, they lose contact with the nudist colony. And they're like, well, there's only one thing to do. You were the last one to be there that we know of, Beth Sladen. So they send her back to the moon, along with a company man, this time played by Steve Guttenberg, and a bunch of Coast Guard trainees, Colonial Space Guard Coast Guard trainees, and a droid.
Did they send them on pubic transportation?
No, they sent them a spaceship, Tim.
Pubic.
Okay. What's your sound effect for that, tough guy? And there's a droid named Ken E. Baker. He's a little cyborg guy. He's like a little man who's just been stuck inside a trash can, and he yells beep boop boop. But Tim, would you know it? All those
they sound like Star Wars?
They sound like farts.
Okay.
So they still go up to see what happened to this nudist colony. And they get there, and, like, all they find, like, they don't find clothes because these people don't wear clothes. They can't find anybody. The only thing they find is one girl who was luckily wearing clothes because she's underage. Guess what her name is?
Newt?
Salamander.
Salamander, okay. Does she say anything, or she's silent, like Newt? She only says one
both
thing. Our stories involve everybody losing their clothes out the airlock.
It is weird. And so she's like, sometimes they come.
Sometimes.
And so they're going to find out where all these nudist colonists are, and they discover the queen of the nudist colony, who is played by Natasha Kinski.
Okay.
The way she was in the cat people thing, yep. And she's got there's the big climactic showdown between Beth Sladen and the naked Natasha Kinski, and Beth Sladen puts on like some big Hulk hands, and she grabs them and she goes, "Stay away from her, you biatch!" And they have a big sissy boy slap party, and then she blows Natasha Kinski out an airlock. Yep. And then she puts herself and Salamander and Kenny Baker into suspended animation, and they shoot back into space. Tim, you know what this movie is called?
Creature 2?
It's called It. I actually wrote it. I was like, come up with a funny name. I didn't do it. Yeah, that's my
And credit music.
End of Teddy Bimco. End of Teddy Bimco. Did we get a mail, Tim?
Let me refresh. No mail. But we're starting our new...
No mail.
Our new idea here. Every other week. And sound effect theater. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's annoying or people love it. We're going to find out. Write us a letter, Mr. Kevin Cablasto. Speaking of Kevin Cablasto,
all right,
well, yes, George is going away.
We'll see from all the mail we don't. No, Yes.
And the next episode I record will be with other part-time host Kevin Cablasto.
Ooh, what's the movie you're going to do with Kevin Cablasto, Tim?
I was curious whether you will be jealous or happy that you're missing it.
Let's see.
Number one, it's a gang of females, but they're not riding motorcycles, they're riding horses. It was filmed in 1969.
Nope, already not jealous.
It was filmed on Spahn Ranch in 1969.
Oh.
It's called The Female Bunch. Yeah, it's very little.
Oh, it sounds
17% on Rotten Tomatoes, but filmed at the Spahn.
Couldn't be happier. I miss it. What's it called?
The Female Bunch. A bunch
that
of
sucks.
rebel women who actually are living on the ranch of a retired stuntman. It's Spahn Ranch.
For those of you who don't know, Spahn Ranch is where Charles Manson and his followers
They were filming it while
too.
they were there. It was 1969.
Oh.
So
We saw another movie that was
Yes.
filmed while they were there.
I was thinking that. I was like, it's not this one because...
Wow, this sounds good, Tim.
Oh.
After a string of bad times with men, Sandy tries to kill herself. Co-waitress
Lon Chaney
Libby
Jr.'s
saves
in
her
it.
and takes her to meet some... Wow.
Lon Chaney
Yep.
Jr. too. You sorry to miss him?
No, I'm so happy I'm missing this.
Really? This is a classic
Yeah, man, I hate...
grindhouse cinema. You hate 60s.
Is this really... I really hate 60s.
Okay.
Like, there's just
Blasto.
something about 60s movies. Just...
Hope
know,
you
they just-
enjoy your time with me in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, folks.
2 weeks, everybody.
All right. Was that amazing? Are we
All
done?
right. Yep. Yes.
See you in 2 weeks with Kevin Cablasto and the Wild Bunch, filmed on Spahn Ranch. It's a classic, folks. All right.
Bye, everyone. Go your own way.
If you adopt a pope, wash his balls. I'll cut that out.
This has been a Pity Party Line production.
Party line, it's a party line.
Could you hear her?
Yeah.
She was like yelling, like, wow, like I opened the door and she took a flying sloppy leap to get out. Like she was like, I need to get out of the studio. Cats, everybody. Cats.
She hates the movie Creature.
She does hate. Well, she was sitting on my lap while I watched part of it, so I could see why.